Well, good evening, everybody. So, I've decided to do this tonight to talk about Dr. Kemi Olunloyo and assorted matters. So, naturally, I would not poke my nose into private individuals' lives for a reason that I believe that they have or they reserve right to their private lives. But because of one reason, I want to do this. And the reason is that if we know how to manage public assets, Dr. Kemi Olunloyo is one person that we should all consider a public asset, and we should not say, "Oh, she has this issue, or she has that issue." She's, as some people would describe her, controversial. We should say, "Okay, let us leave her to her fate or to her fate." No. Well, this following are the three things I want to quickly do and address on Dr. Kemi Olunloyo, especially uh, as pertaining the matter with Iyabo Ojo and other people. Well, number one thing is that I want Dr. Kemi Olunloyo to know that attacks is part of the hazard of the job she does. Alright, it's called occupational hazard. It's part of the things that come with the territory of what you do. Alright, so as a result, you do not expect that everybody will like what you do. You should expect attacks, you should expect all of these things like that. Okay, so that's number one, expect attacks. As a result, when you see attacks like this one or consequences of some of the things you do, just take it as it's one of the things that come with the territory. Every occupation, after all, has their own hazards. That's number one. Understand that it comes with the territory. Attacks are imminent in the kind of things you do, especially as an investigative reporter. Number two is that I want Dr. Kemi Olunloyo to focus more on getting back, like focus more on recovering, get back on your feet and move on. And then I'll use one scenario to depict and explain all of these things I'm saying. And number three is not for Dr. Kemi Olunloyo. It's for those who are new entrants into the field of investigative reporting or journalism. People who see Dr. Kemi Olunloyo as a model, who have been reading about her, who loved what her guts, who loved her guts, her bravado, her brevity, how she does her thing, and all of those things, and who love the field itself. I mean, journalism, the profession. Alright, don't be discouraged by what you see happening to Dr. Kemi Olunloyo. Just understand it as something that comes with the territory. Every occupation has their own hazards. Now, having said that, I want to quickly liken what is happening to Dr. Kemi Olunloyo to somebody who is a war veteran or a war general who is on the forefront of a particular war at a war zone. You should expect bullets to fly around. It's normal. You should expect bullets to fly around. Okay, you don't expect to be at the war front and that while you are firing missiles at your enemies, they are not going to fire back. They definitely will. So expect them to also fire back. Okay, they say all is fair in war, but is that fair? Okay, but they say all is fair in war, and what they mean when they say all is fair in war is that when you are at the forefront, when you are at the war front, you should expect all manner of things to happen. So when you are at the war front, you fire missiles, you are investigating, and you are firing at people, you are exposing people. You don't expect them to fold their arms and clap for you. They definitely will get back to you. Now, let me make an example of what I am talking about. I will not go far because I like to make examples that are not far. So I'll use example of somebody like that everybody can relate with. I will use the example of Omoyele Sowore. Now, Sowore had been facing attacks since roughly 30 years now. As first as a student union president at the University of Lagos, he was fighting many things at the same time, fighting the military, oppressive military regime, fighting the repressive University of Lagos management or administration, and number three was fighting cultism at the same time. Now that is cumbersome for a young boy that he was 30 years ago. It wasn't easy, all right. But because he had his eyes on the main thing, like the ultimate is that we simply want to rescue this country. We want to rescue, you know, the society from the fangs of the people who have made mess of the country. So whatever happened to him, he took it as some of the things that would definitely happen in the course of the rescue operation or mission. Now, number one, if Showore, for instance, I'm using an example everybody can relate with now. If Showore had remained down because he was injected with poisonous substance, then guess what? It would have been a forgotten story or a fallen hero, and that would be all. Okay, but instead of him to now sit down and be holding on to who injected me, who did this to me, who did that to me, instead of him to be doing that, he ignored all of those things and continued. He recognized it as a war front. Okay, that happened to me, fine. It's bound to happen because we are in war front. Okay, that happened to him. He picked his pieces again and trudged and soldiered on. So he went to take care of himself, recovered, and continued to hit. He did not start looking for who I want to investigate and figure out or find out that person who injected me. I must figure out that person go who held the syringe and injected me. Guess what? About the time Showore started to campaign, that time I was following him about. I followed him to Ibadan town. In fact, it was Objectv Media that first uploaded video of Showore in Ibadan, and it started trending. At the time, he had over 100,000 views. Then we also uploaded video of him visiting the Emir Sanusi of Kano, and then it also trended over 100,000 views. So that was when Objectv Media, was really getting attention from people. Like, oh, this is a serious media platform. Okay, so what am I simply trying to bring out? As of the time Showore decided to start announcing his political ambition, I noticed somebody in the comment section said he was the person who single-handedly injected Showore. That he injected Showore because Showore was too stubborn. Do you understand that? What that simply means is that Showore ignored whoever injected him. He did not care. Alright, he wasn't looking for the person to come and apologize. If he had been waiting for that, guess what? Showore was the presidential candidate to look out for in 2019. He didn't have to win at once, but he was man of the match. What that simply implies is that after fighting cultism, repressive management on campus, and oppressive military junta during those years as president of Student Union at Unilag, it trudged on. Sahara reporters, after he launched that, he was fighting everybody at the same time, ignoring that the attacks were coming at him. He ignored all those attacks because he understood that they come with the territory. Alright, example of Onduaka, they started shooting legal battles, warning him never to come back into this country. I think Ijeri and all of those. They said, Mr. Man, if you love yourself, don't bother coming into this country. Those times I remember they said Showore was always coming in through the border. He was not coming in through the regular, aviation, air flight and all of those things, because they had warned him they don't want to sight him at all. But he didn't mind. He was not looking for who hurt me or He was concerned about the ultimate goal. He has his eyes on the goal. He has his eyes on the prize of rescuing the country. That is the prize he had his mind on. So he recognized that the bigger battle was still way ahead, and not necessarily whether some of the soldiers or the foot soldiers or the proteges or instruments in the hands of the oppressors were fighting him back. He ignored all of those ones. He focused more on the ultimate goal. So while those things were coming at him, and I'll give other examples, Showore was not looking at whether Obanikoro, because Obanikoro sued him. In fact, at the time, they started rewarding people for attacking Showore. Examples are replete. They started rewarding people for attacking Showore. Paul Hori later became the Director General of NAFDAC. He was rewarded for suing Showore, making an attempt to sue Showore in New York. Similarly, when Showore exposed the Banekoro and they even came out to deny it, Showore said he stood by a story. They would deny everything, they would attack Showore, he did not care. But after a while, when it became politically expedient for the government of the day to try these persons, these people confessed that Showore was right. Yet Showore did not insist that they must come and apologize. He ignored all of them. He said, let history vindicate us, and that is what matters. Alright? Similarly, many, you can go on and on and on. So many people who have attacked Showore, who have accused him, who have done everything. He did not mind all of them. He just continued to do what he was doing. And that is that. So I'm using Showore as a model because it's an example that is maybe native, or that is closer that I can use. There are many examples in the world, even before, even pre-Showore. There are examples all over the world. Keep your eyes on the prize. All right. Now, let me say that waking up every morning, as of the time people were drawing my attention to Olunloyo, waking up every morning to be uploading video about Iyabo Ojo. The next day, Iyabo Ojo must apologize. The next day, Iyabo Ojo did this. The next day, I've forgiven Iyabo Ojo. Another day, oh, I'm no longer forgiving her. Next day, RIP. All of those things, it shows obsession with, or your concern that that thing is really getting to you. Ignore it. Don't let the person feel big that they are getting you, or that they are getting at you. It's not necessary. Ignore all of them and move on to the ultimate. If you pick only one battle and stay down with that just one battle, you'll not be able to see far other battles there. Leave that one. Even we never become institution like that. Okay, let me use pidgin. Let me make a mix am. Okay, we said we get they attack us, not be small. But we don't come on here to mention all the attacks we see or we receive every day. We ignore them. We just see them as, okay, it's one of those things. It comes with the territory. At the point when some people call me and say, I like to meet you, I like to see you, sometimes I almost don't want to meet people, because I'm like, it may be one of those people that want to attack you. Because we get threats too. But we don't make it look like it's necessary, because they will distract you from the ultimate goal. So that is what I want to say to Dr. Kemi Olunloyo with respect to the first reason. Understand that it comes with the territory. Now, if you are making Iyabo Ojo feel more important every day by giving all your broadcast attentions to her, guess what will happen? You don't know whether she's even getting rewarded. Alright? The political people you have exposed, the big wigs you have exposed, or that you have done works on, are not also happy. Okay? If they cannot get at you directly because they don't want their names to be dragged, alright, they might be paying somebody who is getting you to say, stoke her the more. Well done, girl. Do it the more. So an actress, see, you have a more nationalistic, in fact international scope of work to do. One artist, Yoruba actress, will not be the one to tie you down and weigh you down. It's one of those things. Don't see it as Iyabo Ojo sent you to prison. It wasn't Iyabo Ojo. She was only an instrument. It was not Iyabo Ojo. Ignore her. In the course of the future, if you become bigger in what you're doing and you are, attracting even bigger enemies than Iyabo Ojo, she might even be forced to come and apologize, to say it later in future. Like there was a time I read a book, Segun Adeniyi, the former spokesperson to Yaradua, to ex-president Yaradua, said in his book that Showore was their biggest problem. Whereas that time they were saying Showore is wasting his time. They were dismissing everything he was doing until they left office. They came back to acknowledge that actually Showore was the thorn in their flesh. Even Ruben Abati, they all admitted later. They may not admit now that they are thorn in their flesh. So don't give them that impression that they are getting you. Ignore them. You also remember that even Saraki sued Showore, sued Sahara Reporter, seized, made courts of jurisdiction in Nigeria to seize the fund given to them by MacArthur Foundation. They seized the money. She already don't stay on that. They continue doing picking on other. In fact, I know many people who because of one lawsuit that has affected them, they will see other bigger stories and say, me, I don't want to do it. After Saraki, she already still went after CBN governor. After Saraki, she already still went after governors. After Saraki, she already still went after ministers. She already attacked Shitu during the election on a radio program in Ibadan. He looked to his face and said, Baba, take me to court. I will open books for you. That is somebody who is saying that I'm not concerned about whether somebody has sued me or somebody has attacked me. He continues to say, if you want to threaten me with jail, bring it on. I'm ready for this. Because your eyes is on the bigger battle, not all those one Yoruba actress somewhere or one those are small issues. Do you get? So let us not be bothering ourselves or bugging our minds about all of those, whether one actress is somewhere, you have PTSD and all. Yes, auntie, that is the second thing I want to mention. PTSD. I'm sorry, I don't mean to hurt. I'm just concerned here now. PTSD is not a death sentence, alright? So I'm very confident you'll be back, alright? Having said that, if you want to go abroad, okay, if you want to go abroad for treatment to get back with respect to this PTSD, most of the times when Nigerians travel abroad to go and get treatment, they are not necessarily going to meet the white over there. Most of the people you are going to meet are Nigerians who left Nigeria to go abroad because they can't find payable offers here or well-paying offers here. Alright. Frank Kirian on YouTube is asking what's the topic. Well, the topic is, a thought or a concern for Dr. Kemi Olunloyo. I'm just concerned about her. So I'm interested, alright, in offering, some advice. Alright. I may be too small to advise Dr. Kemi Olunloyo because I know she says she refers herself as veteran broadcaster of almost 30 years standing. I understand, alright, but that is not what we are talking about right now. Okay, only ọmọdé ìsìn ló mọ ikú wò ilé. That's number one. Wọ́n dẹ̀ tún ní ọmọdé gbọ́n àgbàgbọ́n la fi ń dá lé Ifẹ̀. Okay, number 3 is that ọwọ́ ọmọdé ò tó pẹpẹ, but títa àgbàlagbà náà kò wọ́ kèrègbè. At the same time, what that means is, see, even though ọmọdé ò bá tó pẹpẹ, ọmọdé can even use ladder to climb pẹpẹ, but àgbàlagbà's hand cannot enter kèrègbè. You still need ọmọdé. I'm not trying to brag, okay? So I want to say that Auntie Kemi, okay, please do not insist on going abroad. Maybe first aid. There are Nigerians in Nigeria. Most of the people our politicians travel to go and meet abroad for treatment are people who are from Nigeria, but because they don't find good offers here, they have to travel abroad to go and practice. So there are Nigerians here who treat PTSD on daily basis. So you may have say matter of first aid resorts to them first of all. Alright, let them do their job on you, and then subsequently while you're raising the fund, if you are the moment you have enough, you may fly. Okay, because Nigeria needs you. You are an asset. Dr. Kemi Olunloyo is an asset, people. Alright, so do not think it's all over. Okay, and do not believe that until you get abroad you will not get the proper treatment. So I would believe that take time, treat yourself, ignore Iyabo Ojo, ignore all of them, forget about them, move on to other things. There are more challenges. I know you have now retired. According to you, you said you have retired from active journalism, right? But people might be perceiving that it was Iyabo Ojo that retired your 30 years career. I mean, almost 30 years career. It's not worth it, if you ask me. Okay, it's not worth it. You may retire fine, but you still have contributions to make to this society. I mean, you just need the right frame of mind all over again. So I understand that. Alright, so please, people, Auntie Kemi Olunloyo or Dr. Kemi Olunloyo, she prefers to be addressed, needs help, and all of us should try as much as possible. Let us not abuse her. Okay, I know a lot of people say, some people don't even want to join this chat tonight because they feel they don't want to. No, please, let us not ignore her. Yes, personally, I know that a lot of people have their reservations. Okay, I know some people will say, Kemi, that you will help now, she will now use it against you in future. Some people say that. All right. For instance, some people were citing instance of Linda Ikeji that people try to assist her and she's attacking them in return. That they should leave her. No. If we truly love, we should. Auntie Kemi, if you see her picture before this situation happened at her, she's a very pretty woman. And I'm not saying this out of lust. I'm saying this out of reality. Okay, but look at what the situation has made her look like now. You know, ugly situations have a way of showing the ugly part of people. All right, so please let us not say because if you assist her, she will. So that's all I just want to say. Three things, Auntie Kemi. Don't be obsessed with Iyabo Ojo. She's happy that you're obsessed about her. I can tell you that authoritatively. Okay, and categorically, she's happy you're obsessed with her. Number two, treat yourself. Focus on recovering. If you are an army general at the war front, all is fair in war. Bullets are flying around, it hits you. Alright, treat yourself, get recovery, and then move on to the next point. Then the third thing is those of you who are thinking, oh, you don't want to do something like that because it will hit you or hurt you. No, your circumstances will definitely be different from Auntie Kemi. Alright, the realities, the circumstances are different. You will not end up with PTSD. Alright, it is not true that everybody who does investigative journalism will end up with PTSD. It is not true. Alright, it depends on your threshold, and it depends also on your condition pre-exposure to the hazards of the trade. Alright, so let's just get it. That's what I just want to clear tonight. Alright, so Auntie Kemi, please relax. Ignore Iyabo Ojo. Ignore all of them. She's not alone. In fact, Iyabo Ojo may not even be the person who has the issue with you. Iyabo Ojo might just be an instrument or a tool. She may know the person who did the letter that landed you in jail. She may know the person, she may not be the person, and she may even be the person. It does not matter. What matters is that conspirants conspire conspiracy, but the ultimate goal or aim of what you want to do is very important. So ignore all of those things. Concentrate more on recovering while you are taking on other important battles. Alright, and then continue what you're doing. If it is necessary that she apologizes in the future, she will find reason to appropriately apologize or to reveal even by herself without your compelling her or without your request. She would individually by herself come out to say, oh, it is true that this happened. She might not even know when she said it. Alright, but it will be all over the place. So just ignore. Don't stop being obsessed about Olunloyo. Stop being obsessed about things that will not even add any meaning or value to. Alright, so thank you very much, everybody, and that is all I want to say about Kemi Olunloyo in this particular episode of broadcast. I know a lot of people don't want to comment about it, but see, this says a lot about all of us. Okay, it simply means that in the future too, if I have issue, people might ignore me, but it's fine. Okay, but I know that as a matter of fact, all of us need to do something that is important for the sake of, if not other reasons, humanity. Humanity is very important. So for the sake of humanity, please people, let us show care. Alright, so I'll end this broadcast as usual with my good friend Larry Safari. Sayonara. Safari. On the door. Free. At the vex. Free. At the vex. Some they call me pagan.
Satan, Satan, Satan. Cause I believe I'll be winner, winner, winner. Stop calling me a sinner, a sinner.